Hey everybody, what's happening? This is K Doubles, and I've got another childhood stories coming at you. So, when I was a kid, my brother is a little bit older than me, and so he was in a physics class, and they told him to build a trebuchet. And a trebuchet is like it's kind of like a catapult, but it uses like a counterbalance system. And so he was working on it for a few months, and I'd go out and help him out all the time. And whenever he had made it out of metal, so it's really sturdy, really intense. I don't know how to describe it, but it was big. It's about 10 feet tall. The arm was probably about like 21 feet long, and we were like sitting out there just kind of messing around, and we had the idea of setting basically a Molotov cocktail. It was so stupid, but it was such a fun idea at the time. So we got a little plastic bottle that we had, like a water bottle, filled it like a quarter of the way with gasoline, and stuck a rag that was soaked in gasoline in the top of it. And then we'd light the rag and then set off the trebuchet, since those were tied into the bottle. So we launched it the first time, and it just it slings around, and instead of throwing the bottle, it tilts over on the little launch deck, I guess, and all of a sudden it just makes this massive fireball that just burns up on the ground right in the middle of the trebuchet. We're panic, and we go and throw dirt and stuff on it, and we're like, oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't do that. And then we're like, no, that was kind of fun. We should do it again. So we tied it a little bit differently this time, and we tied it around the middle of the bottle, and then we did it, and it went about 5 feet, and then it fell over and hit the rag and started burning. And whenever it did it this time, it just made this arc that literally made a full circle of fire. And after we did the second one, my dog that lives, or it wasn't really my dog, but it was this dog that came and hung out with us all the time whenever we were working, and it was just a little bitty puppy. It's probably only a few months old, and I named him Francisco for some reason, just because he looked like a Francisco to me. He was just a weird little yellow lab, and so he just had this weird thing where he liked to grab stuff and run away with it. Like, you could be working with something, you'd set it down, look away, look back, and it would be gone. And so we're setting up the third little bottle or whatever. And so you can see where this is going. We tie the rope onto the trebuchet, and the bottle has gasoline. It's lit on fire, and all of a sudden, Francisco runs from nowhere, grabs onto the rope, and starts running away with a Molotov cocktail dragging behind him. And so I sprint and have to dive onto the rope and yank it out of his mouth before the bottle falls over. And, had it fallen over, it would have, burst into flames and probably caught Francisco on fire. And it was the worst thing ever. Because we all got so scared that my dog was going to burst into flames. So we, chased after him. We're like, Francisco, stop, Francisco! And once we got it back, we're like, maybe we shouldn't do this. And then we're like, nah, this is too much fun to quit now. So we set the trebuchet up again and launched it again. It made that same arc of fire that went over the whole thing, and this time I was a little bit more reserved about going up into the middle and kicking dirt everywhere. And so we only had a little bit of gasoline left. I don't even know why we had gasoline with us at that point. But so there's a tiny bit left in some oil jug that we had sitting around, and my brother is like, I wonder what happens if I put a match over the little jug. And so he lights a match and sticks it in front of the jug, and it just shoots this blue jet out for 2 straight seconds, because all those fumes that were in there were just immediately caught on fire, and it just blowing out flames, and it scared my brother so bad. He was kind of crouched over whenever he did it. He like lunged backwards and like fell onto his back and like crawled away on his like elbows and feet, and it looked so funny because it's like that look of just pure terror like came across his face, but it was too much fun. Oh, sorry about that. So my shoulder has still been bothering me a lot lately. I still can't get into the doctor yet, and I just popped it really bad just a second ago. But so I'll tell you all a little bit about my shoulder. Like someone was asking, so I thought I might mention it. I popped it out early in the summer, and it was out for a long time, and I didn't know, and then now it comes in and out really easily, and so it's a big problem for right now, because I can't use it at all, or else it'll just pop out, but yeah. Oh, so back to my little story or whatever. Francisco, the little yellow lab, was, my dad went and worked wherever Francisco was, or Francisco would follow my dad around, and my dad was working with, I can't remember what it was. He was like welding some pipe together, and he set down all this stuff for welding, and he was like working on something, and all of a sudden he turned around and all his welding rods were gone. There were like 10, and he was like, well, that was weird. So he grabbed some more, and he's like, maybe I just forgot him. So he grabbed some more welding rods, starts working, and he needed a screwdriver, and he looks over, and it should have been right next to him. He looks over, and it was like, it's gone. He's like, what? Where is all my stuff going? So he runs around and looks for a second, and he finds this massive pile of stuff where there are wrenches and toys and just all sorts of stuff. Like all the stuff that had gone missing in the last 2 weeks was in this massive pile that Francisco had back behind the little barn that we have out there. And it was so funny because my dad was like, okay, here is all my stuff. Why is it in this pile? Because he had no idea that Francisco was the one doing it. But after, we had, kind of figured it out, it, all kind of clicked all together. But that dog was the most useless, just funniest thing on earth, though. Oh, so I'm still working on trying to get more subs, obviously. That's kind of a big goal. It's a really cool thing to put a lot of effort into these videos and actually see good results on them. So, if I can get 50 subs by the end of tomorrow, which was my goal, I'm tempted to do some sort of special for y'all. And then by the end of the month, if I can get 100, I'll be even more excited. I'll probably do something like a face cam or a really long live commentary. And just because, none of my stuff I've been able to do live. And I feel kind of bad about that because I know that's usually a lot more interesting. But here's 2 videos that you might not have seen. I have my last Minecraft video and my What the F is Friday video, which is over Limbo, which I recommend y'all checking out because that one I put a lot of effort into. So, hit it up. Okay, bye.